Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. It's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Goff now on second down. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Here's Goff. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Goff. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll run here with Ingram, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on second down is gone. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here's Goff. Being chased under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for a loss on the play. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And now running right through it. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
All right, here we go, fellas. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Hey, let's go. Gun. Hey, wait. Let's go.
Now it's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Now you won.
Out of the gun. Gone. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position, the last thing you want to do.
And Freeman lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Get up!
They'll give it to him up the middle. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. This offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll look to run with Freeman. He juked him, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Kick is good. But wait up now. A flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Go! DC!
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hey, wait. 11. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there at 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure on the passer.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
12.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Ryan. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories.
You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. On first down, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, let's go, go.
Now Ryan on second down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Let's go.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Ryan. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at about the 32.
14.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Let's go. 39. Wait.
They toss to Freeman. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ballgame. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his window.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. Going up top. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. Right? They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Gun! Switch, go!
On 3rd down, Ryan. He finds Coleman. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a 1st down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Back to throw, Keenan. He's letting it fly for Cook. And got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Back now in Atlanta. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10.
Emoji astonished face.
Working from the gun, Keenum. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
What up, Spoiled? You're shocked, too.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Keenum.
Exactly.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Emoji cool smile.
That's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great
Look at this
communication, no
interception.
matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now Keenum again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Duke Riley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Keenum. Allen has it left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Huh? Hold on.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Yes, it has.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it with a perfectly executed crossing route. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Falcons on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw again is Ryan. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on. And
you're losing. It sucks when they're talking. You're losing. It sucks when they're talking. They just keep talking.
Now Gurley staying down. Well, let's hope he's all right. We'll check on his status when we get back. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now it's Keenum. And that is incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, orange! Orange, stand down! Stand down! 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Stand down! Roger! Hey, on! Check 13! Check 13!
Thanks, I'm waiting for one, but I'm not.
They're running.
And I wasn't.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Wow, that one took some guts. If this doesn't work, you're handling incredible field position, but this head coach is undaunted, and he makes the call to go for it, and I'll be darned if they don't get the 1st down.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Roger!
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
One final try now for Keenum. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us.
That one's
we
over.
want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Atlanta, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for
talking
the
about
Rams,
how bad it is losing,
they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week
you're not
as
on the
they're
road,
set to take on the
something
Cincinnati
they just had
Bengals.
Something about when you dunk it. I don't
I'm
know what
Brandon
it's
Gunn. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.